Okay, before we get started, I want to say that I'm going to be putting out several tapes that I've recorded with my ex when we were going through our split up. And if you feel like you need to do this with a partner, you've got a hostage situation, period. Um, it took me 2.5 years to get to this point where I could process this and even listen to it closely because I was just so traumatized by this whole thing and didn't really understand what was going on. I had to look at this from numerous angles to kind of get the scope and the lay of the land. It was like, at a pro golf tournament, you go and you look at the green and the elevation and the pitch and the curve, and you look at all of these things and the wind and take all these things. I had to look at all this. And now I feel like I have at least a decent handle on it. I'm not saying I have it all right, but this is a picture of parental alienation and covert narcissism at work based on sexual assault by my ex's father. And I didn't find out about that until 25 years plus into my marriage. And um, she was always operating from within this little wounded girl inside of her. And that was the only perception that was important to keep that little girl safe and not get that little girl in trouble in any way. So she told my kids what they wanted to hear, which was, I'm thinking, and I don't know this for a fact because nobody will communicate with me. Yes, Jay's bad because he is withdrawn and he has noise triggers and he doesn't want to be disturbed. And yes, he's bad. And then she told me something else, that everything's okay and it's all going to work out. And somewhere in the middle was her version, and it didn't align with either of the versions, the versions she was telling the kids or me. And so there was this isolation wall for the kids and for me. And we're both now, all of us are reeling because this one person could not come to the table with a vulnerability to work through with somebody that I'm saying I still love her, and she still can't come to the table and work through this. And so this is kind of what's going on. I almost forgot to put this in here, but 30 days approximately prior to us having this conversation that I'm getting ready to play this recording for you for, my wife and my middle daughter had conspired with David Lowe, who is pictured here, to fly from Portland and pick up my middle daughter, who was 19, was able to make adult choices, fine, and drive her back to Portland. And I was not informed of this. I didn't get to tell my daughter goodbye. I didn't get to tell her I loved her one last time. I didn't get to see her go. I didn't get to wave at her. Um, I considered this the highest form of betrayal that my wife had done. And she did not see it this way. Matter of fact, she's got all kinds of excuses, which you're going to hear. And I just considered this a really uh, relationship ending betrayal. And she did not. And did not want to take accountability for it. And this is an irreparable harm that she's done. So that's what this is, preceding this. So when we discuss Olivia leaving, that's what happened. My wife, my ex-wife, and my daughter conspired to get David to fly from Portland, pick her up, drive her back. And that in and of itself, David doing that was really sketch in my opinion. I don't know what's going on with David being willing to do that, but you can draw your own conclusions. She's an adult. It seems sketch as fuck to me and sus. So, David Lowe, fuck you. What's your outlook on the rest of life?
Because I don't let go of my dreams. It's just us, and then the kids actually eventually realizing what we did was the best thing. So that's just my dream.
How do you see me in your life?
That hasn't changed. It's just that you're me, and we have a purpose, and we're united. I don't change my dreams.
So you've always hidden things from the kids, from me about the kids. You've always hidden things from me about the kids.
Like what? What do you mean?
Oh, the thing with Olivia, her leaving.
She wouldn't let me. What do you mean?
She wouldn't let you be truthful and honest and communicative with me.
If somebody tells me, well, seriously, Jay, if somebody says don't tell you, you don't tell. And I mean,
So you're willing to hold a secret from me, which I feel like betrays me, to honor a promise you made to somebody you didn't take a wedding vow to.
if you're going to condemn me, I'm already condemned. You've been condemning me for a month. I'm already condemned. I'll accept whatever condemnation you put on me.
Okay, so this switch to this thing, this you're going to condemn me, is a flipping of the script that she did quite often. Classify what she would do when she would flip the script like this. She would classify me as a bad guy for bringing accountability to her doorstep and asking for accountability, and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy because by doing that I'm condemning her, and she never could admit fault, and so I'm the bad guy for bringing this desire for accountability to her door.
That's fine, but I was honoring anybody who says don't tell, and I couldn't. So that's just, that was not something to betray you. In fact, I never, ever have hidden anything from you, and I wasn't hiding anything from you about anything.
So you don't feel like I was hiding something from me?
I realized it was, but she said not to tell, so I couldn't.
How do you reconcile I've never hidden anything from you with I realize it was? You just said two different opposing things.
I said, I accept the condemnation. You're going to keep doing that. I don't know what to say other than that I did what
I'm going to keep doing it until you agree that we need to, for us to have a relationship, there has to be communication, trust, honesty, and respect, and we don't have that.
Well, I don't know if somebody says don't tell. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do if somebody says don't tell. How do I have somebody who I love, both of you, and yes, I felt uncomfortable about it, but yes, what do I do when the two people are telling me that love me, that I love, and I don't know what to do? I was born with everybody's equal. I was born with that. I don't know, every child is the same. I don't love anybody any differently or more or less. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I didn't know.
I love you, but the way you're operating is not working with me.
Okay.
So what do we do about that?
I don't know. I told you, I am rock solid in my pursuit of my power and my strength. And I don't know. I'm right in the moment. I don't know what else to do but be in the moment because I don't know. I can't manage anything else but the moment. I can't. I'm not trying to manage anything but right now.
So I'm trying to figure out what to do with you. I don't know, because the deal is I feel like you're unwilling to work with me on a plan of collaboration. It's got to be your way, and my way doesn't get to be observed. And
I said I didn't care what happened to me. I said I didn't care.
So you're okay. You're okay with not working with me as long as you can just be free of all this.
No, I'm not trying to be free of it. I'm just not. I told you. I can't respond to any of that because all of my focus is on her and taking care of her perceptions of the world, which is what.
Who is her? Your little girl?
Yeah.
This is an admission in my mind that she's seeing her world through that wounded little girl that I mentioned at the start, that her father sexually assaulted, and she doesn't have any other filters at all. This is her sole filter that she operates from.
So I have no other filters. That's the only filter I look through because that's been, when I realized that I was seeing my world through her, it's been probably 8 years. And ever since then, I've been engaged with that. So I don't have any other filters except that. I don't know how to even process anything except that.
So when did you change from communicating with me to saying, I'm doing inner work and I'm working with her? I mean, I don't.
Just in these last, when all this unfolded, because I can't do anything else with that. I can't look at anybody else's perceptions except it's not beneficial for who I am or who I am for others, except to. It's not that I'm not communicating. I mean, I know I'm not processing it, but it's because I have to have the right perception.
This, in my mind, is a continuation of the admission that she's unwilling to consider any perspective but her own. And she also admits to not processing it. And she claims that she wants the right perception while she shuts out my perception for any kind of consideration or inclusion. And if you're confused by her speech in this last little bit, I mean, I've experienced more of this circular speech pattern than I care to remember, but it was a circle. It was always just a circle. It was kind of like a defense mechanism of just throw a bunch of words at it and see if it'll go away.
I used to sit on the steps at the top of the Brown House and say, I want peace, wisdom, and the right perception because I know it's all about that. So it's not that I told you I'm not shutting you out. I am working on that all the time.
It feels like shutting me out because there's no communication.
I don't know. I mean, it's just that I have to have that understanding within myself. I've never ever stopped pursuing knowing myself. Know thyself. That's all I do. It's all I've ever done.
Do you want help with that? Do you want to go see somebody? You want to talk to somebody about it?
No, because I probably, just from my constant pursuit, I know me better than somebody else. That's like the birth. It's like, what? Why would somebody outside of me try to tell me what's going on inside of me? Why would somebody outside of me tell me how to have birth when inside of me I know me? So I don't, that doesn't even make sense to me.
So this is the pain that my ex has had that's caused pain for me and my children. And I believe it's what's caused alienation for me and my children. I don't know how to reconcile this, but I want to put this out because I know that other people have dealt with this as well. And I want my kids to know what I dealt with behind the scenes at some point, should they care to find this.